Dear woman, I know you are tired. Not the kind of tired sleep can fix, but the kind that settles deep in the soul. The kind that comes from always being strong, always showing up, always holding things together when no one notices how much it costs you. I see you, even if the world doesn't pause long enough to ask how you're really doing. You wake up each day carrying responsibilities heavier than your heart should bear. You push through when your body wants rest. You smile when your spirit feels bruised. You encourage others while silently wondering who will encourage you. And yet, you are still trying. That alone speaks volumes about the woman you are. You've had moments when you whispered, "I can't do this anymore," yet somehow you did. Not because you had all the strength, but because something inside you refused to quit. That quiet courage, the one no one claps for, is your superpower. Please don't mistake your exhaustion for failure. You are not tired because you are weak. You are tired because you have been strong for far too long without enough rest, support, or reassurance. You've been the pillar, the fixer, the listener, the dependable one. And sometimes being that woman feels lonely. There are days you feel unseen, when your sacrifices go unnoticed and your efforts feel unappreciated. Days when you wonder if anyone truly understands how much you give, how much you carry, how much you silently endure. But let me remind you of something important. Trying counts. Trying when you're discouraged counts. Trying when you're heartbroken counts. Trying when you're uncertain counts. Some days trying looks like productivity. Other days it looks like survival. And on the hardest days, trying simply means choosing not to give up. All of it matters. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be strong every single moment. You are allowed to rest. Rest is not quitting, it is wisdom. You are allowed to pause without feeling guilty. You are allowed to say, "I need help." This season you're in, yes, even this hard one, is not meant to destroy you. It is shaping you, teaching you boundaries, teaching you self-respect, teaching you that pouring from an empty cup is not noble, it's dangerous. There are lessons only exhaustion can teach. You are learning when to let go, when to say no, when to choose yourself without apology. And even though it feels uncomfortable, even painful at times, you are growing. You may feel behind in life, behind in your dreams, behind compared to others. But life is not a race, and you are not late. What feels like delay is often protection. What feels like silence is often preparation. What feels like rejection is sometimes redirection. Trust that the timing of your life is unfolding with purpose, even when you can't see it yet. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not failing. You are becoming. There will be days when hope feels fragile, when believing feels like work. On those days, believe softly. Borrow faith if you must. Rest in the truth that even when you feel weak, you are still held. And please be gentle with yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a dear friend. Celebrate small wins. Honor how far you've come, not just how far you still want to go. Look at everything you've survived. Look at all the times you thought you wouldn't make it, but you did. That is not luck. That is resilience. One day, maybe sooner than you think, you'll look back at this version of yourself, the woman who was tired but still trying, and you will realize she was brave, she was resilient, she was powerful even when she felt weak. And because she didn't give up, everything changed. So if today is heavy, breathe. If tomorrow feels uncertain, take it one step at a time. If your heart is weary, rest without shame. Just don't stop believing that better days are possible, because they are, and you are closer than you think. I know the kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix, the kind that lives quietly in your chest, that follows you through the day and sits with you at night. This letter is for you. You are tired not because you are weak, but because you have been trying for so long. You've been trying to hold everything together, trying to stay kind, trying to stay hopeful, trying to be strong for people who may not even notice how much you give. And yet, here you are, still trying. I know there are days when you wake up, and the weight of life is already waiting for you. Responsibilities, expectations, unspoken worries. You carry them quietly because you don't want to complain, because you've learned to survive without making noise. You smile when you need to. You show up when you have to. And when no one is watching, you sit with a heart that feels tired and full at the same time. If that sounds like you, please know this: your tiredness makes sense. You've tried to be understanding, even when you were hurting. You've tried to be patient, even when you felt ignored. You've tried to keep going, even when you didn't know how much strength you had left. There were moments you wanted to stop trying, moments you wanted to let go, moments you wondered if anyone would notice, if you just rested. But something in you didn't give up. That something is your quiet strength. No one teaches women how to rest without feeling guilty. So you keep trying. You try to fix what is broken. You try to make things work. You try to hold space for others, even when your own heart feels crowded. And sometimes, in all that trying, you forget yourself. You forget that you too deserve gentleness. You forget that you too deserve care. You forget that being tired is not a failure. Dear woman, trying does not mean you must suffer in silence. There is a kind of bravery in you that doesn't shout. It whispers. It whispers when you pray quietly. It whispers when you keep going after disappointment. It whispers when you choose kindness, even when life has not been kind to you. That bravery deserves rest. That heart deserves peace. And you deserve moments where you are not strong, just held. If you feel like you've been trying alone, I want you to hear this. You are not invisible. Every tear you swallowed, every time you chose patience, every time you kept going when it would have been easier to quit, it matters. You matter. Even when no one says thank you. Even when nothing changes immediately. Even when your efforts feel unnoticed. Dear woman, you do not need to earn rest by breaking first. You do not need permission to slow down. You do not need to prove your worth by how much you endure. Trying is enough. Showing up is enough. Being here listening to this letter is enough. If today feels heavy, let this be the day you stop being so hard on yourself. Let this be the day you choose softness, even if only for a moment. You don't have to stop trying completely. Just try less harshly. Try with compassion. Try with grace. Try with the understanding that you are human, not endless. I hope you know this. Even in your tiredness, you are still worthy of love. Even in your exhaustion, you are still strong. And even on the days when all you can do is breathe and exist, that is still trying, and that is still enough. So this is my letter to you, the woman who is tired but still trying. May you find rest without guilt. May you find peace without explanation. And may you remember that your quiet strength is more powerful than you realize. You are not alone here. With care, her quiet strength.